What's going on, guys? I'm here today with my client, Sean Young. He's been with us for a little bit over a year. He works within GFI, which is a life insurance agency company. And so, Sean, I have you here today. I want to ask you a couple of questions just to really see, your experience with Divine Reach since you started working with us. Can you please just give us a little bit of a background on you and your business?
Yeah, so I served active duty in the Marine Corps for 9 years, got to travel all around the world and went to 24 countries. I came into the industry off of a prayer, which is pretty awesome. So I think that that alone was a God story. It was a testament to some amazing things that were starting in my life. And after being in the industry for about a year and a half, I decided to get out of the Marine Corps and go full time in business. And during that time frame, transitioning out of the Marine Corps, I realized that I needed leverage, and I realized it, but I also didn't know where to start. At that time is when we had connected on social media, and it was just amazing. I feel like it was a divine reach being able to connect with you and sense, coming into business with you and partnering with you and you being able to help me out as far as personal branding and marketing goes. We've like I can't even give you numbers, but just like I feel like 10x our income and our life, and it's just been so amazing so far.
That's amazing, bro. Do you remember like before you started working with us, was there like a bottleneck that was like maybe just like holding you back from getting to the next level, like revenue wise in your business?
Absolutely. I feel like there's only so much you can do on your own. And it comes to a point in time to where you realize that the world will tell you when it's ready. And right now, or at the time, I realized that we're in a digital era. And when it comes down to succeeding in any business, that you need leverage because I'm not a specialist in marketing or branding at all, like by any means. And I was trying to do it on my own. And I realized, to be completely honest, I could have done it on my own. It wouldn't have been as great, and I wouldn't have had the results that I wanted to. And I feel like what I realized is that it was costing me more money not to hire someone to do it. And I remember just thinking, man, like, do I want to make this investment? And I realized that I was thinking with scarcity, knowing that I needed to create the leverage and pay for a service so it can be done for me. And from there, it gave me a lot more time to do making activities in our business, which was, extremely valuable, helping clients and building my agency.
Mhm.
And that allowed us to become with the previous, company that we worked with, we became the number 4 direct recruiters in our industry. And right now we're the number 2 executive broker, builders. So, we've been able to do some amazing things, and numbers don't lie, and we're just getting started, to be honest. So although we're number 2 right now, I know that, we will be number 1 within the next 12 months.
100%, bro. So when you first started like working with us, bro, like you were literally one of our first clients. Actually, you were the first client. So how have things evolved and changed since you first started working with us?
Yeah, I remember when I first started working with you, it was more of like you knew exactly what you were doing. You didn't have the systems dialed in yet. And I remember seeing the evolution of it happening. I already knew, like, God had put you into my life for a reason. And I knew that the connection that we had was special. And I had kind of like a word from God saying, like, have full trust, faith, and confidence, because our values were in direct alignment with each other. We both have a vision and a mission to build the kingdom of God. And I knew that with that being there, like, we were unstoppable, and even though you haven't had proven results, I had full faith and confidence that you were going to get me results. So I remember month 1, bro, like I think we like that first month, I probably had like over 200 leads that reached out to me, which was very foreign to me because I remember having to send like direct messages and outreach, just like any other business when they're in the building stages. I was sending a lot of cold messages on social media, making a lot of phone calls, and I just remember seeing the transformation of your systems developing, and then we started to brand myself. Now when I sit down with the client, they know exactly who I am, right? Which is what I wanted. I wanted people to know who Sean Young is and what my values are. So now that pretty much like that pre-qualifies me for people who are looking at my page. So
Right.
just been a great evolution.
100%, bro. Yeah, that's legit. So we've been together for I think it's been about a year now, roughly. Um,
Mm.
as far as like your results, like what does like your life look like now, like a year into this thing? Like, and you can be as specific as you want. But like, do you ever have to worry about like leads anymore? Do you have to worry about like finding business partners? Do you still do cold outreach? Is your revenue like has it fluctuated? Like, what has that been looking like from the time we've been working up until this point?
Yeah, I remember a majority of my time spent was like trying to create content, to try to like gain influence on social media, and also cold outreach, sending direct messages, like thousands of messages, per month that I was sending out to not even get qualified people. It's more of a position to where you're just trying to find like quality individuals.
Mm.
And now we're in a position to where in the last 12 months, I haven't sent one message. I haven't sent one direct message. I haven't need to, and I haven't made one cold call, or anything like that. I'm not trying to prospect. Like I'll prospect on the go just because I'm out and I have the opportunity to talk to people.
Right.
But anytime I need a lead, like legit, like I have my system in place now to where I have my form to
Mm.
where I just go on my phone. It's like, hey, I want to add a new business partner. I want to train and help them get licensed and become independent in our industry.
Right.
And I'll do that. And like, last month we got 9 direct business partners without even trying. It's like we weren't even trying to scale last month. We're like, hey, we have an influx, let's scale it. Let's continue scaling for the team. But then we still did 9 directs. We did 84 as a team. Like, so our whole team is now like in a builder's mentality, which is
Mm.
like any business what's important because your team will pretty much go based off of the leader's performance. And if I'm competing with them and showing them, hey, I'm doing this stuff with you guys, like,
Right.
we were able to make it happen. So it's been great. And then as far as income goes, there hasn't been a month to where like it's dropped, right? It's been increasing. I remember making my first 20K month with you, 30K month, 40K month. Like, so it's just like, just been steadily increasing and we're just continuously on the rise. And I know that with volume, obviously will come the income will come with it.
100%, bro. And I know we were speaking like on a strategy call about that revenue thing, and I just remember you had said something that really stuck out to me was that you were either very close or near that $100,000 month. Is that still true to date?
Oh yeah. I'd say in the next like 3 months, we're kind of just like, fine tuning a few things, but I say the next 3 months we'll be making $100,000 a month. So
100%, bro. Dude, that is
um
it, bro. Like that's literally I remember when you first started working with me, 20K a month. I was kind of like where you were at. And I know
mhm.
my goal with you, my goal with every client is to get you guys to like $100,000 a month. I think that's the first milestone that we need to break. And if we're able to produce that, with the volume and the leads that we bring you, that's like paramount, bro. 100%.
Right, absolutely. I think to be honest too, like I've seen a lot of people in our industry get stuck between 10 to 20,000.
Mm,
And for a few reasons. Number one is that that's probably the most amount of money they've ever made.
mm,
Two, like they're not stretching themselves enough. Like they're thinking that, well, this is my capacity,
mhm,
not realizing that they will grow with time. I remember meeting with one of my mentors, Matthew Welsh,
mm.
and he told me, he said, Sean, never change the fact that you run high volume. He's like, a lot of people may not look at it as a good thing because my ratios were bad in business, right? I was always great at recruiting in business. And and obviously it just 10x when we started working together. But he said, never slow down the volume because you can always fine tune your system on the way. And I always held on to that. So I always understood like having a builders and volume mentality will always win long term because the goal of any agency is to build, scale, and franchise, right? So the more licensed agents that I have is almost like creating a brand new franchise of passive revenue. So why would I ever, try to slow that down? So
Yeah. No, yeah, that definitely makes sense, bro. I think, I can add to that is like people they get stuck on the volume thing. I've been on calls with people and that's actually been an objection is like like, oh, I'm afraid of volume or only send me 5 a month maximum because too many and they're gonna trickle through and this and that. And like I'm just like, dude, like I think the best recruiters understand is like don't be afraid when that volume comes because that's really what you need if you want to take this thing up. You know what I mean? Uh,
100%.
what do you feel like has been like your favorite part about the program?
I think just how genuine, like, and I'm not just saying this because we're doing this video, but
Yeah.
I talked to you about it offline. I was like, hey, I just love how how genuine you are. Like you genuinely want to see me win. It's not even about the money thing. Like you've told me before in the past, like Sean, like if you have a bad month, like I don't care about the money. I'm still going to help you get results. And that just showed like a true testament of who you are as a man outside of the business transaction, right? Because obviously there's a business transaction being placed, right? I'm paying you, you're helping me make money. But outside of that, you just genuinely want to see me win. And I know you see that like for all of your clients,
Right.
and God knows where your heart is with that. You know what I mean? And I think that because of it, it just it's different. You know what I mean? There's not very many people that you'll be able to meet to where there's like genuine care. And because of that, that's why all of your clients are able to get results because of how much of your heart you put into it. You know, it's something that is your passion. Like God gave you this and you ran with it.
Right. 100%, bro. I really appreciate that, honestly, man.
Mm,
My last question to you, bro, and then we're gonna wrap this up, is let's just say, somebody's watching this right now and they're not working with me yet. They haven't stepped foot inside of Divine Reach, and they're on the fence, right? They're
mm.
they're they're considering it. They're not sure if they should do it. They're like, "Dang, dude, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know if I should do this." Or what do you say to the individual that's watching this right now that is on the fence of starting this journey with Divine Reach?
Yeah. I'd say they don't know what they're missing out on, to be honest. And I'd say that the only reason why they're not moving forward with you is because they're in a lack state in their mind. And you can never operate in scarcity and abundance at the same time.
Very
And
true.
you're doing your team a disservice. Here's why. Because we preach to our team about abundance thinking. And the only reason why someone wouldn't want to make a investment for themselves is because they're thinking scarce. Oh, I may not have enough money to pay for this. Well, we have an opportunity to produce revenue here. We have the opportunity to build scale. And I think that these individuals need to think bigger, create a bigger vision. Like you should be thinking about every person that I get to, like that comes in front of me. I have an opportunity to change their life. So why would I slow that down? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I want to scale that and increase what I already have? Like, I need to multiply it. And I think that, every single person, like no joke, bro. Like I think that every person in GFI should work with you. And here's the thing, that they're my competition. You know what I mean? But I firmly believe that there's no saturation in the market to where I'm scared of that competition. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like I still feel like I can be the number one performer in the industry because I have belief in myself, And I
yeah.
think people just need that belief in themselves. They need a scale, they need a leverage. Like think about how much money is it costing you to not have this,
Mhm.
because like, I don't know, the last 7 days, we've made like 15,000 passive revenue, like without any personal sales. We made like 15,000 passive. And that's because we've taught our team how to have a builder's mentality. We taught our team how to be volume focused and driven. You know what I mean? So just that alone should, if you go to the GFI Leaders Bulletin, that should speak for itself.
Mm. Dang, bro. Mic drop, bro. Dang. That was legit, bro. Hey, man, that was my last question for you, bro. That was, I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you. I know you're really, really busy with calls and stuff. So I just want to extend my appreciation to you, just for doing this for us. And just, I think you're actually helping the next individual with their journey with us as well. Because, there's a lot of individuals that they're hesitant. Maybe they've been burned in the past. They worked with an agency that promised these results, but they didn't get them. And so that's why we ask clients like you who are doing so well, just to kind of line it up for them. And like I said, bro, I really appreciate it. So that's all we really have, brother. Any last final words?
No, I appreciate you, bro. Everything that you've been doing. So it's been good. I
All
know
right,
that we're just getting started.
we're just getting started, baby. Let's get it, bro. All right, brother. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, brother. Peace.